Hello students, after completion of chapter number 14 about omission of consonants, compound consonants, tick and dot h, आज हम करेंगे chapter number 15 about halving principle and doubling principle. We have already done halving in chapter number 10, in which we read about single syllable halved for t or d, two or more syllables halved for t or d, and where halving is no applicable. Okay, and remaining rules are completed here in the chapter number 15 with the halving principle, and we will also done doubling principle in the coming videos. Okay, so let's start with the chapter number 15 with halving principle. There are a few additional applications of the halving principle. The strokes M and N are halved and thickened to indicate a following D. तो जो M और N स्ट्रोक्स होंगे वो हाफ भी होंगे और थिकेंड, मतलब थिकेंड आउटलाइन से बनेंगे. M N हम सिंपल आउटलाइन से बनाते हैं, जैसे N G हम थिकेंड बनाते हैं, वैसे ही M और N भी यहाँ पर थिकेंड एंड हाफ बनेंगे फॉर द सेक ऑफ फॉलोइंग D. M के बाद जो इमीडिएट D आएगा उसके लिए M और N हाफ्ड होएगा. क्लियर है? एज इन made, M halved and thickened here on the line, heavy dot on the second place of M after it, same outline above the line, and light dot on the first place of M after it. Madam, first M halved and thickened for D, and last M is full outline here above the line, whole outline, light dot on the first place of M after it, and light dot on the first place of second M before it. Next is moderate, M halved and thickened here above the line, and R is also halved here for the sake of T, whole outline above the line. Light dash on the first place of M after it, light dot on second place of upward R before and after it. Next, modern, M halved and thickened here for the sake of D above the line, and full outline of R with N hook, light dash on the first place of M after it, light dot on the second place of upward R before it. Next, middle, M thickened and halved here, start with through the line, and upward L full stroke is used here, light dot on the third place of M after it. Seamed, S circle with M thickened and halved here on the line, heavy dot on the third place of M before it. Next is named, N full stroke, M halved and thickened here on the line, heavy dot on the second place of N after it. Ashamed, Ish full outline with M thickened and halved here above the line, whole outline, light dot on the first place of Ish before it, heavy dot on the second place of Ish after it. Next is assumed, S stroke full outline above the line, M halved and thickened here, light dot on the first place of S before it, and U diphthong is used here on the third place of M before it. Next is end. These are the examples of M, and next are the examples of N. Okay, N is halved and thickened here on the line, and light dot on the second place of N before it for the sake of end. Full outline kya? End. And next is send. Same outline hai with the S circle on the line. Next, signed. Same outline above the line with I diphthong on the first place of N before it. Sound. Next, here same outline on the line, and OW diphthong on the third place of N before it. Next is intend. First N is halved here for the sake of T and light here, and second N is halved for the sake of D and thickened here. Light dot on the third place of N before it, light dot on the second place of second N before it. Clear hai? Next is thousand. Ith stroke through the line, S circle, N halved and thickened here, OW diphthong on the third place of ith after it, and light dot on the second place of N before it. Next is designed. D stroke full outline on the line, S circle, N halved and thickened here, light dot on the second place of D after it, I diphthong is used here on the first place of N before it. Next is telephoned. T with L hook with F hook with N halved and thickened stroke on the line, light dot on the second place of T after it, heavy dash on the second place of N before it. Next is indicate. N is halved and thickened here, and K is also halved for the sake of T on the line whole outline. Light dot on the third place of N before it, light dot on the third place of K before it, heavy dot on the second place of K after it. Next is undoubtedly. N is thickened and halved here for the D, and doubtedly T is halved here for the sake of next D, and upward L is used here with full outline. Light dash on the second place of N before it. Ow diphthong is used here on the third place of T before it, and light dot on the third place of L after it. Next is need. N is thickened and halved here on the line, and heavy dot on the third place of N after it. Next is downward L and downward R are halved and thickened to indicate a following D. अब इसमें क्या रूल है कि जो डाउनवर्ड L और डाउनवर्ड R है वो भी हाफ्ड एंड थिकेंड होएगा फॉर द सेक ऑफ फॉलोइंग D. अगर कोई भी L के बाद और R के बाद D की साउंड आती है तो उस केस में L भी डाउनवर्ड बनेगा और जो है R भी डाउनवर्ड बनेगा, और दोनों ही हाफ भी होंगे, थिकेंड भी होंगे. क्लियर है? एज इन बिल्ड. B through the line, downward L, halved and thickened here, light dot on the third place of downward L before it. Mailed. M full outline with downward L, halved and thickened here, whole outline and on the line. Heavy dot on the second place of M after it. Next is nailed. N full outline with downward L, thickened and halved, completed on the line. Heavy dot on the second place of N after it. Field. F full outline through the line. Downward L is halved and thickened here. Heavy dot on the third place of downward L before it. Next is old. Downward L on the line, halved and thickened here. Heavy dash on the second place of downward L before it. World. Upward R and downward L halved and thickened here, whole outline on the line, and light dash on the second place of upward R before it. Filed. F full stroke is used here. Downward L halved and thickened here, touched through the line, and I diphthong is used here on the first place of F after it. Next is detailed. D through the line, then T full outline, and a halved and thickened downward L is used here. Heavy dot on the third place of T before it, and heavy dot on the second place of T after it. Yield. Yes, consonant through the line से upward जाएगा and a downward L thickened and halved here. Heavy dot on the third place of downward L before it. Failed. F on the line, downward L, halved and thickened here. Heavy dot on the second place of F after it. Installed. N stroke full here, S circle through the line से cut होगा. T full stroke, L downward, halved and thickened here. Light dot on the third place of N before it, and heavy dash on the first place of T after it. Next is board. B on the line. अब यहाँ तक जो थे वो डाउनवर्ड L के एग्जाम्पल्स थे, अब डाउनवर्ड R के एग्जाम्पल्स स्टार्ट हो गए हैं. B on the line, downward R, halved and thickened here, heavy dash on the second place of B after it. Appeared. P above the line से स्टार्ट करते हुए downward R, halved and thickened here, through the line कट करेगा. Light dot on the first place of P before it, and heavy dot on the third place of downward R before it. Next is afford. F above the line से स्टार्ट करते हुए डाउनवर्ड R थ्रू द लाइन कट करेगा. हाफ एंड थिकेंड हियर. लाइट डॉट ऑन द फर्स्ट प्लेस ऑफ F बिफोर इट. हैवी डैश ऑन द सेकेंड प्लेस ऑफ F आफ्टर इट. Desired. D on the line, S circle, downward R, halved and thickened here. Light dot on the second place of D after it. I diphthong is used on the first place of downward R after it. Next is acquired. Qua with a downward R above the line, halved and thickened here, whole outline above the line. Light dot on the first place of qua before it, and I diphthong is used here on the first place of qua after it. Next is card. K full outline with R thickened and halved here, downward R is used here, and full outline above the line, heavy dot on the first place of K after it. Next is insured and stroke full here, downward issue is used here and cut through the line, downward R halved and thickened here, light dot on the third place of N before it, and heavy dash on the third place of downward R before it. Next is assured, ish above the line, downward R halved and thickened here and cut through the line, light dot on the first place of ish before it, heavy dash on the third place of downward R before it. Next is heard, H cut tick with R downward, halved and thickened here, whole outline completed on the line, light dot on the second place of downward R before it. Wired, were circle with a downward R halved and thickened here, above the line, whole outline, I diphthong is used on the first place of downward R before it. Next is standard, S circle T halved here with N hook, and downward R thickened and halved here above the line, light dot on the first place of T after it, light dot on the first place of downward R before it. Next is ordinary, downward R halved and thickened here above the line with N stroke with R hook, whole outline above the line, light dash on the first place of downward R before it, light dot on the third place of N stroke before and after it. This is exercise number 117 on the speed of 90 words per minute. Be ready. Start. The house is equipped with standard fixtures, and every need in a modern home is filled. The attached card, when filled in and mailed, will bring you a detailed statement of the cost of this heater installed in your home. Merchandise bought from the middle to the end of the month will be billed to you in February. These bonds are sound, and at the current prices you will be assured of a satisfactory yield. I telephoned your office today and told them that we need the 1,000 posters quickly. Please send them to us as soon as possible. Dear Madam, undoubtedly your child or children will need a number of play suits this summer. The suits described in the enclosed circular are most attractive. They are designed for hard wear, and you will note that the prices are quite reasonable. The prices are so moderate that you can afford to buy two instead of one at the ordinary prices. They are made up in sizes for children 2 to 10 years old. Just indicate on the form how many you need, and they will be delivered to you promptly. Very truly yours. So this is the next exercise from the chapter number 15, Halving. आप लोगों को कोई भी परेशानी हो, कुछ भी पूछना हो तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट करके पूछ सकते हैं. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो. शेयर, ड्रॉप अ लाइक, सब्सक्राइब द चैनल.